Oh,
All
there you
right.
go.
And
All right.
stream is live.
Yes, we're on. Welcome to Metal Alliance. We have George G and Timmay, Thrasher Pace, and Ron Haggerty. So we've got
Yeah.
the GTR Rock Realm crew. And
Back
tonight,
together again.
we got a
The reunion.
cool theme for tonight. But we're going to go ahead and start with something a little different, something new. So, Tim, I'm going to put the ball in your court.
Okay, so basically what we're going to do is what I like to call album wars or album battle. Doesn't really matter. So basically, pick two albums and figure out who you like better. I only have one on CD. I don't have the other, so I didn't bother bringing the one that I had. But in one quarter, we have J.K. Lee's band Badlands with a self-titled debut. And in the other corner, another guitar maestro with George Lynch and Lynch Bob with his debut, Wicked Sensations. And go.
Badlands.
I second that. Badlands.
Yeah, Badlands.
I'm going to be the bad guy here and go with Lynch Bob. Obviously, they're two very great albums. And what really had me think about doing this segment, because I was listening to the Badlands CD on the way to work, and I was like, the singer kind of reminded me of Oni Logan from Lynch Mob, and I was like, man, they're very similar records to me, sound wise and everything. And man, it's hard. They're both really.
You're muted.
You cut out. Yeah, you're still muted.
And Tim has never sounded better.
Ouch.
Why is he muted? What
There
happened?
you go. No,
He's still muted. Did he hit something?
we can try. If you need to, we can go ahead and bump you out and sign back in, and we'll see, because you were working fine, and then all of a sudden, your voice cut out. So yeah, that was a good. That was definitely two good albums that he got going there. Because that Lynch
Usually Ron mutes him himself.
I know I didn't mute him, but yeah, that Lynch Mob. Now that I think about it, that definitely does have kind of a Badlands kind of sound to it. I had that Lynch Mob on CD years ago, and then I got rid of it, and I've repurchased it, but I never got rid of the Badlands. I never would. But that first Lynch Mob it's a great album. We still can't hear
muted.
you, Tim.
Am I back in?
Yep.
There we go.
Now he goes.
What
Back
the?
again.
Okay.
Yep, we got you.
Yes, I don't even know what part I got cut out on, but basically, I just I feel like I don't know where you guys left off on what I said, but I feel like I just like that Lynch Mob record that much more.
That's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep, that was.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer.
Right.
Both great.
And I had a feeling it'd be a 3-1 type thing anyway.
All right. Well, let's get into our main topic here. So we've got keep it in the family, and so I had to, even though it's not one of the bands that's coming up, the topic of discussion, I went ahead and wore my Anthrax gear. But so the topic is any band that has family members in it. And so we may all be coming at this from a slightly different angle, but that's fine. That's we usually do, and that makes things interesting. So each one of us has 5. We may end up going beyond that a little bit, and if you guys are okay with it, we'll. I would think that we're all looking at the same layout here. I'll go ahead and start, and then we'll go to Ron, and then George, and then Tim, and we'll just kind of loop around. And so I'll get us started with artillery.
Yes.
Fear Tomorrow, and this was one I wasn't aware of. So I was doing a little digging to try and find some more either obscure bands or maybe a band like this where I never realized that the guitar player Michael Stutzer, I guess it would be a Dutch last name, was the guitar player, or still is the guitar player, but his brother Morton, who passed away in 2019, also played on some of their early albums. So it's a brother, starting off with the brother team, Michael and Morton. And this is their first full length for anybody that's not familiar with that band.
Yep, very familiar with, especially those first two. Terror Squad I had on cassette way back. So very, very good pick. I remember that now. Now that you mention it, I remember those. All right.
I didn't know.
My first pick is Cousins. UK Doom Death, Christian Doom Death band, Paramecium. They're not on this one. Mark Orr, Andrew Tompkins, the main guy, and Mark Orr. Actually, this lineup split up, and Andrew Tompkins was the only one left. And then when he regrouped the band for their final full length, his cousin Mark Orr would join. So my first pick is Cousins, Paramecium, Doom Death, some Christian Doom Death for you.
See, I'm familiar with the band, but I didn't know that there was a cousin team in the later years.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, my first one is also Cousins. Elf album. Rock Feinstein and Ronnie James Dio. Cousins, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There they are in the back, looking all very 70s.
Yep.
I love this album though. I mean, it's just not like normal Dio stuff, but it's a great album. Love the album cover, so that's my pick.
That's a great one.
Take it away.
Feinstein went on to form the Rods.
That's right, the Rods. You got it.
Since we're doing Cousins all of a sudden, how about Death Angel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I didn't think of that.
I mean, that would have been an obvious one for brothers. I thought two of the guys were brothers, but yeah, cousins. There were at least, I think, 3 of them that were cousins.
Yep.
And Mark is a second cousin to everybody else in the band.
Okay. Very cool. All right, something a little different. Blackmore with Blackmore's Night. So
I almost picked that too.
Yeah, husband-wife team. So you got Candace and Richie. So this was the first. I only have their first 2, but they're. This is after he took a break from Rainbow and did a bunch of stuff with his wife.
It's a long break.
Wives. What was that, George?
It's a long break.
Yeah. I think somewhere in there he did another Rainbow reincarnation and. But yeah, I don't. Most of his output has been with his wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that last Rainbow album was like the last hard rock thing that he did. I think that's more like folk influenced. I think.
Yeah, that reunion you did with what's his name, Ronnie Romero, that little live stuff that wasn't very Rainbow like at all.
And that was all live. I don't think that he.
Yeah, that was all live. Yeah, it wasn't great.
All right, I guess since Tim went with the married couple, I picked the married couple as well. We got John and Corey from Skillet. This is their newest. I think it's their newest, Revolution.
Yeah, most recent.
Very good album. Actually, one of my favorite Skillet albums, but very good one. Revolution, 2024. But yeah, John and Corey.
That one up, I think last month.
Okay, well, I got brothers. Tino and Chris Troy. Praying Mantis.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have that choice. I have that one on vinyl too. I didn't even know.
It's a good. Yeah, they're brothers. Good album too. The only one I have by them. Do you guys have any other ones that they're worth getting? Do you know? This is
That's
the
the
only one I have.
one. Yeah, I've never heard it.
Yeah.
I don't have that, but that's obviously the fan favorite from that band.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since we're going brothers again, uh, I'm going to go with the Tardy Boys from Obituary.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even
Yeah.
think of that. Boy, see, yeah, they didn't think of that one.
Yeah, that was one I thought of.
World
I
Demise. That's
thought
a top
somebody else
2 for
might.
me.
What's that, Ron?
I said World Demise. That's a top 2 for me from
Yeah.
Obituary.
I
I
would
think
like
I
the
saw my
Tardy
wife's
Brothers.
favorite Obituary because that was like the first one she'd ever heard.
Yeah.
That's love the first 4 from them. I mean, all their stuff is great, but just
Not a bad album at all.
But
Yeah.
one that I've not heard is that the actual Tardy Brothers album that they came out with.
Yeah, I haven't heard that either.
I
Me
don't
neither.
think it was ever on vinyl, so you pretty much have to either get it on CD or digital.
It's probably only digital, I would almost assume.
All right, next up, In-Laws. Iced Earth. So
Oh.
John, you got John Schaefer, and then Matt Barlow is married to John's sister.
I almost went that route, but I wanted to keep it like blood related.
I didn't know
And
that
that's why
either.
at first I was like, I don't even know if I wanted to go with a husband and wife, but then I was like, I don't want to just do brother and brother for everyone. So I thought, okay, we'll kind of mix it up with the little in-laws there.
Well, I mean, with your Anthrax shirt, you could have gone with Anthrax because Frank is Charlie's nephew.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh,
And
see?
I didn't grab that because I thought somebody might because I used to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Which
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
you hinted that, but I was thinking, where's the relationship there in the band? But yeah, I had heard that before. I totally forgot.
All right, I guess I'm going here. This one actually has 2 brothers and a cousin. So Extol,
Oh,
Peter and Pete Esquivel and Christopher are brothers. The lead vocalist and the guitar player, and then original drummer David Husvick is their cousin. So the first.
Awesome.
I think they pretty much go downhill from here, but I love the first album.
Yeah, that was a great start. Great
Yeah.
place for them to start out. There's a pre-order going on for their 3rd album.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you guys like Extol, you might want to track that down because I'm sure it'll sell out pretty quickly.
They should have been
Okay.
bigger. That was when the melodic death metal explosion happened. The late 90s. They should have
Yeah.
been bigger.
They should have been. What you got, George?
2 brothers, Pegasus.
Not familiar.
Heard of them?
Oh wow, I remember
They're,
that.
they're the
European
let me get
band.
yeah. Hold on, let me get the freaking picture here.
If I had to guess,
One brother, Johnny Stoge, I guess, is guitar player, and his brother is where the hell did we find him? Robbie Stoge is the drummer. Great band though. Through releases, really good stuff. Just good, power metal. They're always changing vocalists though. So yes, Pegasus. This is the Headless Horseman.
cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of vocalists, have you guys seen who Tony Iommi has as his new lead vocalist?
Yep. Yorn.
That should be very interesting.
Who is it?
Yorn, what's his last name?
Couldn't tell you last name.
No, I don't know his last name either.
I think he was
Pretty good.
on the Dio Disciples group or some Dio
Yes.
tribute.
And he did a
I
Dio
think you're
tribute.
right. I think you're right.
One of his solo albums was a Dio tribute, and so he's pretty versed in doing Dio era songs.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good choice.
I could have done this family in a couple of different ways, but I chose to do something maybe you wouldn't have figured out. So this is Go Ahead and Die, and it's a father son combo with Matt Cavalera and his son Igor Amadeus.
Yeah, I thought about Sepultura with Max and his son. That's another one that I kind of passed up. All right, this is probably one you guys aren't familiar with. This is a Murfreesboro band. They call them. They say Nashville, but I think the members are from just about a half hour north of where I live. I guess maybe a little bit of thrash, but it's more, I don't know. It's not quite symphonic. Definitely some black metal, but it's not like Mayhem. Oubliette. And this is their second full length, Eternity Whispers. I think it came out maybe 2 years ago. And so this one is another husband-wife team. The main guitarist and some of the death growls is Mike Lowe. And then his wife is the main vocalist, and her name's Emily. So another husband-wife team.
That sounds interesting.
Oubliette.
All right. I'm going back to Cousins. The lead vocalist and the drummer of this band are cousins, though. So POD.
Yeah.
This is their newest Veritas, by leaps and bounds, to me, their best album. However, Noah doesn't play drums on this album. He's still a part of the band, but he's on hiatus from the band at the moment. But he's on all previous albums. But so the singer, Sonny Sandoval, and the drummer, Noah, are cousins. So, and even if you don't like POD, I would suggest listening to Veritas. It's very, very good.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one I'll have to explain. As soon as I show the cover, you'll know.
Oh, yeah.
I figured
No
somebody
explanation
should go on that route.
In that one.
What's that?
I said, jokingly, what's the relationship in that group?
I don't know.
Under a rock not to know that.
Exactly. So no explanation needed. Just show it. That's it. Nice and quick.
I'm going brothers, and one I really thought Ron might show, the Mighty Raven, the Gallagher brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Recently.
John and Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And of course, that first one is super classic.
I pulled that one too, but not but
Wipeout,
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is my fifth one, so I'm now finally to the cousins, and it's one that you guys haven't shared yet. So it is a guitar player and bass player from a band that you guys are all familiar with, but the as far as I know, the bass player was only on this one album, even though he was in the band a short while before they came out with their first album, and then he later did some work with the guitarist in a band called Dragonland. I might have given it away with that. So it is bass player Derek Ramirez with his cousin Eric Peterson.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I knew
It was Dragon something, but I don't think it was Dragon Land.
Dragon Lord.
Dragon Lord, that's what. Yeah, yeah. It was a black metal project.
Yeah.
And Eric did all the vocals on that.
Yep, and the guitars. And so Derek was in the band when they were Legacy Testament. So early on, I don't know for how long, and then they brought him back for this. And I know he co-wrote some of the songs. Probably the instrumental, some of the bass or guitar parts, but I know this album gets slagged, and we're not reviewing our albums, but I never hated this. It was the closest thing that the band I thought ever did came to death metal.
Yeah, and that's why I love it. I love that album. I know a lot of people put it down, and yeah, it's not a Testament record. Yeah, it is, because quite honestly, Chuck was doing those kind of vocals before. He just wasn't doing like as much and predominantly.
Yeah.
And
so, yep, there you go. One kind of a one-off with the two cousins playing together, at least in Testament.
very nice.
All right. Well, my last one is the only CD I'm showing, and they're kind of an anomaly because they have identical twins, and I just learned this today. Red, the guitar player, shoot, two guitarists, or yeah, Anthony and Randy, identical twin brothers, the guitar player and bass player. Very good Christian modern rock.
I had no
Something
idea.
a little bit heavier than modern rock, but very good stuff. So Red, identical twin brothers.
Very
Try
cool.
finding that again.
All right, my brothers again. This is another obvious one. Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Very, very
Okay.
obvious.
In the name.
It's in the name.
Yep. There you go.
I was surprised nobody
Easy.
went with. I was surprised nobody went with Leonard Skinner.
I nearly picked the Van Zant record.
Yeah.
So I figured people would either leave this band alone or everybody would pick them. But I went with an album of theirs that really takes this one to the extreme. So not only do you have brothers, you have a father-son combo and an uncle-nephew combo. It was only on one album, the last studio album that they ever recorded. And that's Van Halen's Different Kind of Truth.
Yeah. I thought about
yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wolfgang. Yeah. Good topic. And
My
again,
two extra picks, I'm going to show them off real quick.
Yeah.
So I had the Roland Brothers in Collective Soul,
Oh, forgot about them.
both guitar players, and one of them being the vocalist. And another one I kind of was surprised nobody decided to do, the Haggerty Brothers and the CCR.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did think of a father-son combination. They were only on one album together, and that was the fifth Omen album, the one from the 90s. Enter something about reopening the gates from 95. The lead guitar player, the main guy, I can't remember his name now. But him and his son sang on the album. The only Omen album I don't like at all, because it doesn't sound anything like Omen at all.
Yeah, Reopening the Gates is terrible.
Huh?
Terrible album.
I've never heard that
Sounds
one.
like Omen. It's nothing like Omen at all. I have it, but it's like garbage. But I won't get rid of it.
So we could have done this topic in a much more obscure way, because there are so many like 60s and 70s bands that are out there touring, and obviously they've lost their original members, core members, and there's quite a few of them that have sons or potentially even grandkids that are have stepped up and filled in. I can't think of one off a hand, but just throwing out a name like Earth, Wind, and Fire, bands like that. A lot of times, they've you see a younger person up on stage, and it's a family member. I mean, I've come across in the past year like at least two where the drummers in the bands are a family member. That would have been a little harder. It would have taken a little more digging to find those.
I thought about going with Arch Enemy for the Amat Brothers.
Yeah, I thought about them too. The one here's the one extra one that I pulled out. God forbid, I wasn't aware.
Oh yeah,
but I have to look. Martin
and Dallas.
Bill and Dallas. Yeah. Two brothers.
And Dallas, I think, was the one that formed Bad Wolves. I think afterwards.
Kind of spin off
You could even
band.
go way back to. I just remembered this. I'm looking at the records from over here. Johnny Cash originally had his brother-in-law in the band. So, no.
He also had his wife in the band.
And mother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That's you're talking about. Wait, yeah.
He probably had more than one wife in the band, to tell you the truth. But
No, just the one.
That'd be Merle
just Gene
Haggard.
Carter.
wasn't his
wife Merle
wasn't
Haggard had.
didn't he do some stuff with his sister too?
Who's that, Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny and Roseanne. Didn't they do some stuff together?
That's his daughter. That's his
That's your daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought
Actually,
that was his sister.
Her stuff sounds a lot like his. Like his brother was also a country musician, Tommy, and his daughter Roseanne, and Roseanne sounds a lot like him. What's George looking at?
Well, we got through that.
The one no one picked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Leaper brothers. Yep.
I even talked about them today.
That's right, you did.
Yeah, we lost a good one with Chris there. He was
an
amazing guitar player.
Now I was reading something because I don't know how much you can trust Wikipedia, but they said the drummer is also a brother. He's a half brother. I read it like I never knew that before, but I read it. I don't know how true it is, but you can't really trust Wikipedia. They said that he's a half brother or something like. Well, I never heard that before, so you can't really trust everything Wikipedia says, though.
I meant to grab Christian, however it's pronounced, Brazilian death metal band because they're all brothers, 2 full brothers and 1 half brother. The half brother, I believe, is the drummer.
Another Brazil band originally from Brazil was the Incubus. Before they changed their name, and that band's got 2 brothers also.
They should have held fast and made that other little punk ass group change their name.
Yes, I've always
there's more than I thought. When you guys show all these bands, like I can't think of that name, but there's more than I thought.
So were they a Christian band while they were still Incubus, or only when they became Opprobrium?
Oh, I want to say they were a Christian band right from the beginning. If I'm not mistaken, they might have transitioned like Viking after the first album. I'll have to research it a bit deeper, but I know at some point while they were still called Incubus, they became a Christian band.
Okay.
And then the stupid pop band Incubus had to come around. Oof.
Should have took them to court.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't copyright the name before the popular band came.
Well, a much better band.
The metal Incubus band was out of the loop at that point. They were quiet for well over a decade, so they probably had disbanded. And then by the time they got back,
they called themselves what again? After they changed it to Incubus.
Opprobrium.
I have an original CD of the one Incubus album, so it actually has the name. So that's rare. I guess it's rare. I don't know.
OPPOROBOPRIUM. If I'm doing it correctly, I think.
What a name.
Opprobrium. Don't know what it means.
I mean, I don't understand why we couldn't have gone under like Incubus and then like whatever country they were from, because there's so many different metal band name titles you go out there and there's like 19 of them that show up, and it's like, why couldn't you have or done something where they could have been like Incubus AD, like how Entomb did, or something like that, to completely change your band name that you had beforehand. And I get it because the newer band was more popular and all that kind of stuff, and you had been away for a while, but it's like, I don't know. To me, I think it's silly that you have to trademark a band name. Because at some point you just run out of names to call bands.
Do you know how many bands use the name Tyrant? Look
Probably
it up.
30.
It's
Probably
so
30.
many. It's like ridiculous. Like totally ridiculous.
Yeah.
You say Tyrant. No one said anything to them though. It was okay. Tyrant 1, Tyrant 2. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to know. If
There's
you're
a
looking for
few,
their albums, look, you wouldn't know which one to look for.
there's a few bands named Rage too.
Yes,
yeah.
true.
Yeah. And that gets confusing because I do a little bit of research. I don't just see an album online and I'm like, oh,
Right.
I'm going to grab that. But I'm sure there's tons of people that see something like, oh, I missed that one from that band that I love, or that must be a new album. They buy it, and it's a completely
That's not
different
it.
Yeah.
I did that with the band Black Eyed Susan, the one Dizzy David from the.
Yep.
He had another album called Black Eyed Susan. I thought the same band. I got it when it was not. I'm like, well, that's not it. I don't have it anymore. I'm like, that's not what I thought it was going to be. So you just get fooled sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got-
If it's a band I'm not
the
that
internet,
well,
though.
if it's a band I'm not that well versed in, I'll Google the discography to make sure that what I've seen is one of theirs.
So I was wondering about the name Mayhem, because obviously there was the I guess Norwegian black metal band that Notorious, but I just pulled up. I typed in Mayhem on Metal Archives, and there's got to be between 15 to 20 bands with the name Mayhem. So yeah, when you're searching for something, you almost have to have an album title to be able to, because otherwise, if you go to a site, you have to click on every band before you come across one you're looking for.
Or at least maybe know the country or origin to help you out a little bit better.
If you know the genre, you can rule out some. It's not new metal if you're looking for a thrash band. And
Yeah.
Are you on Metal Archives right now? Are you on it on it right now? Are you looking at Metal Archives right now?
Yep.
Put in Tyrant. Tell me how many bands are on there. I'm just curious. I watched one of the guys say that. Other guys said there's like tons of them.
Oh yeah, there's tons. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
You can't even count them, probably.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
It's so complicated.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And that's just Tyrant. That's not including Arcane Tyrant, Aryan Tyrant, Tyrant, Black Tyrant, and then you go on. So
Might want to stay away from Aryan Tyrant, just maybe.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
And then there's the bands that start with Tyrant and then having Tyrant Eyes, Tyrant Feast, Tyrant Hammer. Folks out there, if you're watching this thing and you're starting your own band, ditch the title.
Don't put Tyrant in the name.
Maybe the title of the album, but not your band name.
Yeah, that's funny.
Don't do it.
I think that's probably why it got real popular, mainly in the metalcore scene, to basically have your band name be like a whole sentence.
Yeah, I wrestled a bear once.
Like there's one band called the Tony Dance and Tap Dance Experience.
That's good. I wrestled a bear once.
Yeah, that was the first name that popped to mind. Yeah.
You know what? It's what a brilliant name was. I don't know what kind of music it is, but the band called The. I'm like, that's freaking brilliant.
Well, there's one
stupid and brilliant at the same time.
Yeah.
There's one band called The Band.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we know that. That's a popular.
Yeah.
Even in the 80s, some bands, you think of like Tigers of Pantang. There wasn't going to be anybody, stealing that name and doing Leopards of Pantang or anything. I mean, once you got a good name like that, you were locked in. Typo Negative, nobody's going to be doing Typo Positive unless it's like a, Weird Al Yankovic spoof band.
You got to be unique. What's that band? Was it Owlbear? Is there a band called Owlbear or something like that?
Yeah, I've seen some of their stuff online recently.
That's another one. That's unique and different. Who would think of saying Owlbear? Who would think of that?
Yeah.
Or the
Job for a cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it makes you wonder, like, what job is for a cowboy? Because they're going to be
I don't know. It
And you would
depends on
know,
what
you
you're.
would think it was different. They would think there was different kind of music with that name, Joshua God was. But it's,
You definitely would.
it,
Yeah, you wouldn't think of like deathcore for a band for a name like that.
And there are
Really,
some of
and
those.
really, they were only deathcore for like an album. Because after that, it really became more of a tech death band.
Oh yeah.
I've got to be honest that there's bands like that I've never purchased an album from because the title just turned me off. I'm like, that can't can't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's not going to be thrash or death metal, and I'm sure I probably overlooked some good bands just because I didn't like their.
I know for a fact I haven't listened to bands strictly because of a band name. Like I'm like, there's no way. Like there's a band called Raised by Owls, and I'm just like, nah.
I was just watching the have you guys ever watched the Dio documentary? That
Mhm.
one they well
Yeah.
Sebastian Bach is talking about some concert with Ingve Malmsteen, and he calls himself the Ingve Malmsteen. So don't get confused with the other people called Ingve Malmsteen.
Right.
I thought that was funny. There's so many people called Ingve J Malmsteen out there. They would know what they were. I thought that was pretty funny.
And the crazy thing is, when you look on Discogs, there's separate files for Yngwie Malmsteen and Yngwie J Malmsteen. So go figure. I don't know why.
And Rising Force probably too, right?
And yeah, I'm
Right
about
in
to
there.
say,
No,
Yeah.
Rising Force is with, I think it's with Yngwie J Malmsteen, and then just Yngwie Malmsteen by itself is its own category. I don't
That
know
gets
why.
confusing. That's why I'm glad Metal Archives they don't do that. They'll put
Yeah.
the bands, they put their discography together. It's one band and different singers, but if the
right. I mean, like when you got Tom Petty and then you got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, it's all Tom Petty.
yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
If the Heartbreakers were on that, I mean most of the guys were actually on Tom Petty's albums. Even if it was just a few songs.
Like George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Yeah, you got to
Lee
trademark
Lewis
that
and the
stuff
News.
quick. You got to trademark that stuff real quick. That's why there's only one Kiss. Gene freaking printed that shit
Gene?
as soon as he could.
Yeah,
Get him, Gene, get him.
he probably trademark his name.
I'm sure he did. He trademarked the makeup. That's why he sued King Diamond.
Yeah.
Which doesn't anything make it look like a makeup at all. I think that was kind of
Look anything close, really. And King's always kind of changed his up a lot too. So I mean,
crazy.
I thought of another father-son combination with a Saxon reference to it, and it's Biff Byford and his son did a side project called Heavy Water back during
I didn't know that.
COVID. They did a couple albums. It's kind of like modern rock, like hard rock, more modern, but it's pretty good. And Biff Byford actually plays bass on it, and they do vocal harmonies together. But I don't have either one of the CDs. I really want to get those, but yeah. And his son helps produce some of the more recent Saxon output.
That's cool. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Unknown fact to me. Well, we can throw out another short topic here. Is just kind of go around. What is an upcoming album that you are most looking forward to getting? I try not to do too many pre-orders, but if it's something that I think it's going to sell out, I've got a few that are pre-saled, but I know there's some big bands that are coming out with stuff, and then I'm sure plenty that are maybe not as well known or big bands, but just what's something that you guys are looking forward to getting in your getting a copy of.
Well, Striper's got their new album coming out September 25th. I like the two singles so far. So the new Striper, Saxon's working on a new one, and Overkill is overdue. So I don't know if they're working or not.
Yeah, because 23 was the last one.
Yeah, Scorched.
Yeah, they usually don't go too far in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty good about getting stuff out every few years. Ron, on the Striper topic, Rocks Records just put up for pre-order the vinyl copy, but the CD copy is already available of the Striper tribute album, To Hell with the Devil, and it's a bunch of other Christian musicians, mostly bands. So it's not just like a smattering of different musicians, but a bunch of different Christian bands that have covered all the songs from To Hell with the Devil. And I haven't heard any of them, but the reviews are really good. The CD is available on Amazon and probably Walmart and stuff like that. So you might want to look into that, because I'm sure there are a bunch of bands on there you'd be familiar with. And you
Was
other
Bride
two guys,
involved with that?
I don't think so, but I could. There's actually, if you just give me a moment, I can run through the list, because if you I think all three of you guys would probably appreciate. I mean, if you like tribute albums,
It depends.
It just all depends.
yeah, some of them are garbage, but this one's definitely not going to be garbage with the bands that are playing on it. Right now, of course, I'm pulling up tons and tons of the Striper version of To Hell with the Devil. Might be easier if I just go, because I ordered the CD from Amazon, but I did do a pre-order for the vinyl. Okay, let's see. Reign of Glory does To Hell with the Devil. Becoming Sons does Calling on You. Latter Rain does Free. Herman Pasquale, who had been the one-off singer for Narnia, does Honestly.
Mhm.
Testimony of Apocalypse does The Way. All for the King, sing-along song. Undoubting Thomas is a kind of a prog metal band, does Holding On. Weapons of God does Rocking the World. Seth Matoya does All of Me. Motovic, I'm not sure how to pronounce their name.
I think it's Motivic.
Motivic, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's
More
how
than
Scott pronounced it. So I figured he was
Motivic
probably more.
sounds much better than how I said it. Motivic, More Than a Man, and then the CD has a bonus, Soldiers Under Command, done by Severed Angel. So, and Scott has some issues with with a member of Striper, so I know he's not the biggest Striper fan, but he said nothing but great things about this. I think he said that all of the songs have an edge to them, or a lot of them have an edge to them that was lacking back in '86.
Which member of Striper is it?
We won't say.
One of the more outspoken ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it couldn't be Michael, would it?
It all has to do with the release there was some pushback, or releases that there was some pushback on. Ultimately, they got released, but
I remember that. Yeah, because I know there was some kind of controversy going on. I'm really interested to hear in full the new Anthrax album. I've only listened to one of the singles, and I told myself I'm not going to hear anything else until I hear the whole album. And I want to get my hands on that new Tony Iommi album that he's put together.
Well, Anthrax, I thought they had 2 singles off of that.
They do.
Yeah,
Once
they do.
I
didn't.
didn't listen to the first one, but the second one had a video, and it was creepy as all get out. It was,
Yeah,
they
it
hired
was.
some.
I heard the second one's really doomy.
I'm
Like,
trying to
Different.
the
They're
edge
kind
of
of doing
British
the last couple
perfection.
albums. It's different stuff on the album, so it's not like the same thing. The album's gonna be like just very diverse, I think.
Well, the song was fine. The song wasn't.
Joey sounds great.
But
Joey
the
still sounds good.
The video, I don't. It's it's. I know nowadays it's not like they have to get something cleared for being played on MTV. It's just once it's out there on the internet, anybody can go to YouTube and watch it.
I mean, do new metal videos ever get on MTV anymore?
No,
I think you
because
played with
MTV
Tony.
don't play videos anymore. They don't play videos on
They
MTV. They play
do.
all the other nonsense.
They do, but you got to do like MTV Classic and MTV Live. And
I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
to be honest, though, like I'm at the point where music videos just they don't do it for me really anywhere. Like when I was younger and starting to get into bands and stuff, and there were a lot of really cool and different video concepts, and then you started recycling ideas with every band, and every band. I mean, almost every video now, there's a live shot of the band playing, or the band. It shows the band, and there's no concept to what's going on lyrically in the song for a music video. And I'm not saying all of them are that way anymore, but a good bit of them are. Basically show the band playing and then maybe a couple little pieces of footage or whatever. But I kind of think that the music video thing has pretty much died as far as my interest in it.
Well, that's why I got to give Anthrax credit for that last one. I mean, it may be freaky. It may be like watching a little mini horror film, but it's original.
They put time into it and effort into the video.
Yeah, and it wasn't just all the band. I don't even remember. They may have shown the band members just a quick flash here and there, but I don't even remember seeing them.
Yeah,
it's like Tool videos back in the day. You never saw the band members in the video.
Yeah.
True.
Primus was like that too most of the time. So, what about you, George? What are you looking forward to? Something coming out this year?
I pre-ordered the Plasma Jetsam new one and Exuber. So those are coming sometime next month. And the Striper one and the Anthrax one too. I didn't pre-order them, but I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered the Anthrax and Flotsam. I'm both looking forward to getting. I did get this on CD, but I had pretty much given up getting it on record. No Life Till Metal. I ended up getting it from them, but hopefully, because I don't think those were pressed. Enough of those were pressed. I'm hoping that the new one will be available. So
I know Ritual Servant's working on new material. I don't know if it's going to be a 26 or a 27 release, though.
Yeah, I can't think of too many others. I mean, the ones that you guys mentioned, the Striper, I've pre-ordered that. I definitely want to get the Tony Iommi. Definitely going to, pick up the Flotsam and Jetsam and the Anthrax. The only other one that I've got pre-ordered that I'm looking forward to, and it's really it's a greatest hits, but it's got some additional, I think some reworked tracks. I think there's actually a Kansas cover, and it's John Elefante. So Christian artist, but he was in Kansas for two of the early 80s. Mm-hmm. And so he's doing his greatest hits has, I think, a reworked Kansas song, and then maybe, I would imagine one or two new tracks on it. So been looking forward to that. But other than those, I'm not aware of any other big name bands that have anything in the works right now or anything coming out this year.
Me either.
I'm so far out of the loop that I don't know that something's out until I see it at the store. So I don't know.
Well, and that's one reason. I mean, when I post stuff on Facebook or on our app, on our groups, yes, like you guys, it's usually something I'm listening to, so I'm putting it on. But I figure it's also a way of trying to help those bands out, because I've had some people say, "Oh, dude, I love all those records that you post, and there's bands that I've totally forgotten about." And who knows? It may be, you know, somebody out there who's like, I'm going to track that down. I'm going to, you know, if the band still releases music, if they can, you know, obviously they can't run down to a local record store because we don't have one here, but if they're, you know, if they know how to get around on the internet. So by us sharing our favorite music, you know, maybe we're helping keeping those bands alive. And, you know, same thing with, you know, when Scott shares something out and, you know, an upcoming album, even if it's a band I'm not planning on getting, I'll still like it because I figure if it's going to help the algorithm and, you know, help Rocks Records get some extra sales, then do my part to help out. Keep rock and metal alive. Let's hear that occasionally from some guys on on YouTube.
Gee, I wonder who they could be.
I haven't
Metal
stolen.
Round Table.
I haven't stolen anybody's little, you know, ending to their videos, but that's a great one. That's
You better hope that Scott didn't trademark that.
yeah. Keep rock and metal alive. All right, guys, we are at 51 minutes, and I'm not going to chase you out, but I think this would be a good place for us to end. And of course, we're not the metal round table, so I'm not going to make us all do that.
Don't have a big outro.
Yeah, no, we'll just say peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching if you've gotten this far in, and keep rock and metal alive.